because the little details will tell him a lot of things, will give him lessons, will give him messages that would make him truly a wonderful, peaceful warrior. Hello once again, Bethanians. Welcome to our community of Bethany Virtual Cafe. So for this episode, as we did in our previous episode, and as I promised, I'm going to begin with a shout out to our new subscribers. Right now, I'm going to shout out to Vloggers Philippines, Paul John Mirto. Well, he's actually my classmate. Hello, classmate. Shout out to you. And also shout out to How to Make Terrarium. Well, this vlogger I met over at the Homebodies group, and it's been a wonderful exchange of information and interests. So he's making a terrarium, so you can also subscribe and support his channel. So I hope that we can help each other grow our respective channels. So now we are in the third video clip, and in this clip I'd like us to focus on silence within ourselves. At the beginning of the clip, it's pretty interesting because you see Socrates walking or crossing the bridge, and here comes Dan in a bit of a hurry trying to catch up to him and saying, well, you know, I forgot something, so I'd like you to, or I'd like us maybe to do this quickly so that I can get this over with and go to the next appointment. And you know what happened there? Socrates threw him into the river, which was actually so funny.
Listen, totally forgot about this. I gotta get this thing at the gym. It's pretty important. I'll make this quick. Sure. Ah! Hey! Hey! I'm talking to you! What the hell is wrong with you?
Said you were in a hurry.
So you pushed me off the bridge?
I emptied your mind.
You what?
I emptied.
No,
your mind.
you didn't. You threw me into the river.
And while you were falling, tell me, Dan, what were you thinking about?
I don't know.
Were you thinking about school?
No!
Grocery shopping?
No!
This thing you had to hurry off to?
No, it was...
Present. Devoted 100% to the experience you were having. You even had a word for it. Ah!
You're out of your mind, you know that?
It's taken a lifetime of practice. We want you out of your mind, too, Dan.
What is that you do? Some kind of martial arts move? I didn't see it coming.
You weren't paying attention. Even though you're not. Your mind's filling up again. You're missing out on everything that's going on.
There's nothing going on.
There's never nothing going on. Take out the trash, Dan. The trash is anything that is keeping you from the only thing that matters. This moment. Here. Now.
In this part of the clip and of the movie, you hear this quotation that was mentioned by Socrates to Dan. He said, "It's never nothing going on." So, silence within ourselves. Now that Socrates has been appealing to Dan to look within, now he's trying to help him discover himself by really focusing on the little details. The little details at the times he may not really pay attention to, but the little details that mean a lot, that could help him discover himself, that could help him become a wonderful warrior, that could help him also towards authenticity. That regardless of his goals, he has to be firm, he has to be deeply connected to what's within him and his core reality and beliefs. And so in that part of the clip, you see Socrates touching him, and by touching him, he was able to see clearly what is actually going on. Well, it goes the same way with all of us. In the hustles and bustles of daily life and daily living, we seem to neglect or maybe take for granted what's important. Take for granted the little events that happen in our lives. Take for granted maybe those important people who may be trying to come to our lives and to help us out, or maybe to inspire us, or to give us a helping hand. A clear narrative in Scripture would give us a concrete example of how the little details are important. For instance, in the account of the washing of the feet, you hear described by the evangelists on how Jesus rises from table and how he opens his robe and appearing a towel that gets dirtier and dirtier each time he uses it to wash the feet of his apostles and his disciples. So there you see Jesus, by the little details, by the little things that he do, is trying to give a deeper message. That here I am doing this not because I am your boss. I am doing this because I too am your servant. I am here to serve, and I am here not to be served. In the hassles and bustles of life, where are we? Are we paying attention to the things that Jesus is trying to tell us each day? Or are we simply taking them for granted or just putting them aside? One of the lessons of the pandemic is to tell us that everything, or God's creation in general, are important gifts. For instance, we've realized how community is very important in our lives. When we had the restrictions, we have been asked to stay home or stay at home. And because of that, we are able to see the importance and the significance of being with other people in the community that helps us grow, the community who's been inspiring us, the community who's been giving us all their support, their prayers, their love, their comfort. But with the pandemic, because we're restricted, we weren't able to get them. We weren't able to experience them. And so we look for them. And now they become essential. They become important. A similar lesson is given in the movie with Socrates, or Socrates telling Dan. First, he asked him to empty his mind, to take out the trash. And in doing so, look into the little details that is happening in his life that he's not paying attention to. Because the little details will tell him a lot of things, will give him lessons, will give him messages that would make him truly a wonderful, peaceful warrior, without which it would be impossible or close to impossible for him to see who he truly is as an authentic warrior.